Hey guys, this is Joe at the Hookin Hut. Hatless. That's because it's hot. The temperature's warmed up and it's gonna get ready to rain tomorrow. And it rained last night, so it should make going through the field way later today an interesting experience. Uh, Reason I say that is because here's the question: what do you do? And I'm asking you as well. What do you do when you're not knitting or crocheting? Well, I'm a relic hunter and a detector. And a detector is somebody who has a metal detector and goes all over the place looking for artifacts and stuff. So that's what I do in my spare time. And yesterday, I finally, because I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, usually every morning. This morning I didn't because I got to bed late. But I usually get up at 5 and I immediately start working. I grab my phone, I just roll over, I grab my phone, I start doing social media, I start putting out ads and stuff and different things like that. And I then take a brief break after breakfast and then I start on whatever order or what have you that I've got to do for the day. And so anyway, yesterday I gave myself permission to, oops, I'll get to that. Anyway, I gave myself permission to go out and cruise our field and check out with my detector, see if I can find anything. And the reason I went out was because when I've been out in the field, I've found bits and pieces of plates and pottery and stuff, and it was like somebody had a house there, because it's sort of like it reminds me of the old blue willow, but it's not blue. It's like a burgundy collar, a maroon burgundy type collar. So there's been a house somewhere out in that direction. So I had the detector out trying to find anything else that might be around. So what I found yesterday, here's my finds. I found an old penknife, and most likely this was my dad's, because he'd be out in the field and lose everything. Eventually, I'm going to run into glasses, because he lost everything out there. And so, anyways, this was one of his old knives. And then I found a bit of a bullet, and I can't get it clean enough on the end to figure out which bullet this was, but anyway, found it. And then I found this little hobnobber. I know it's got something to do. It's hard to believe that the metal detector picked this up because and the metal must be on the inside. I mean, it's heavy and just really, really weird. It's got lines on it, and the markings on it makes me think that it has to be for a tractor. But no clue what it was. The best thing was when I was walking along, I just happened to glance down and I saw something that was not normal. And so it was like, what the heck? And I was like, oh my gosh, I know what you are. An arrowhead. Yes, an arrowhead. See if I can get that up against me enough that you can see the form. I'm sorry, hold on. Lily? No, come on, please. She wants to go into my bathroom where she will pee behind the hot water tank. But anyway, so I found this arrowhead. It's almost complete. There's just a little notch out of this corner, and that's so frustrating. Eventually I'm going to find one that's fully complete. But, I find all kinds of things out there, from pieces with markings on it. You can see the grooves there. Those are the markings where an Indian was scraping it. And there's like more on this one. You can see markings on it, and really strong markings on this. And I mean, you just find this stuff all over the place, and it's easy to find because it's something you look for, things that are out of the ordinary. Oh, remember I said little pieces are always missing? Hello, bingo, nice chunk out of that one that most likely the plow is going through and rip. Another one, this is a blade, and the neat part is you can see the difference on this side and that. I mean, there's a spot you can see where the thumb went through there. And you can also see another spot through here, which would make a good holding place for the fingers. So you'd use this to be able to scrape with. And then I found bits like this. And I'm going to still keep doing this because there are some of you who enjoy these type of things. And somebody asked me to add variety. Well, this is what happens when you ask me to add variety. And here's the tip of an arrowhead. You'll never ask me to add variety again. And one more time, a little piece missing right there. That little angle down. But that one was a cool one. And what else do I have? Oh, and more little blades here. I'm trying to figure out how to get that. There you go. That one's better. You can see that little blade the way it is. But I love that, the way it comes up to a top. And let's see, a few more. Another piece. And this was the bottom of an arrowhead. And no, it doesn't go with that one. I tried. I tried when I got this thing to see if it matched up, and it doesn't match up to that top piece. And so on and so forth. But you find all kinds, yeah, you'll find like little pieces, like little wasty pieces, chippings through the field. But it's so cool because once you find these things, you start asking yourself, you know, who was the last person it was that held this arrowhead? Who made it? You know, was it a father making it for a son, a grandfather making it for, you know, their grandchild? What were they like? Did they have a family? Were they married? How old were they? You know, what happened to them? Did they die? Had they always lived here? Did they move on? You know, there's all these questions that when you look at there's a story, you know, behind every single arrowhead that you find. And it's just amazing. But, I'll give you an idea of the size of yesterday's. This was yesterday's. This is in the past. You know, just the various size arrowheads that you find. I'll pull this one up and see it's a little bit smaller. But anyways, so aside from doing that, yesterday I whipped up a couple of these. Thank you, Lily. A couple dishcloths. I've got a few on order. And then someone ordered 8 of these guys. So I've got to come up with a bunch of different collars for them. And I've also got to order eyes because I'm only got like one pair of eyes left. So I've got to get them. And I'm completely out of zippers. So I got to pick up zippers today. But anyways, I got 8 of these to do up because someone took advantage of the 20% off for any order over $20. And then what else did I do? Nothing. That's pretty much all that I've gotten done. And today I'll be working on those. I'm also starting a hat. For those of you who, yeah, that's a hat. And it is actually going to fit. I'm surprised when I look at it, but it will actually fit well. If you go on Craftsy, you'll see, I doubt they still have it, but they were having a sale for $17.99 for the classes. And I picked up the Farrell crochet hat class. That's it. I'm getting ready to do the Farrell crochet hat. And I've changed up the collars on it because she was using baby weight yarn. So I thought, well, I'll use the yarn that I do have. So I'm using, it's denim, and then I'll use black and pink, because that's basically all I've got. It's a darker pink, by the way, than that. So that's all the baby weight, sport weight yarn I've got, so that's what I'm going to make it out of. And it should still turn out pretty cool, because the denim collar almost looks gray. In fact, I bought it thinking it was gray, and it wasn't, so there went that. But anyway, so that's my day for the day. And that's it. So I was just checking to make sure I covered everything that I was going to do. So anyway, what do you do when you're not crocheting or knitting? Put it down in the comments below. And that was the other thing I was going to do. After thinking about all the things I've got with arrowheads and what. I'm going to be designing a couple of different hats based on my arrowhead collection and the different pieces of junk that I've found lying about the fields. So that was my other thing that I'm going to be working on in the evenings on the side. So that's it, and I hope you all have had a great day, or have a great day, and we'll see you later.